All right, everyone, welcome to Rhythm and Roads. I'm Joshua Jacob. We have a special guest. My next guest is a country music artist. She has a new single called From the Start, and she's from Southern California. Her name is Ashley Felton. Welcome, Ashley.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to hearing your journey from the start of being in the country music world and just everything. So, but yeah, thank you so much for meeting me
Yeah.
on Zoom.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah. All right, Ashley. So, I will always want to start getting to know my guests on just their journey of how they started. So, where you're from, what started with the interest of country music, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, I have been publicly singing for about 2.5 years now.
Okay.
Um, Grown up on country music, and my mom was a songwriter and went back and forth to Nashville and worked with quite a few people there. And so that's kind of what grew
Wow.
my love for music. They
Yeah.
were really involved in a bunch of fan clubs. And so Tim McGraw and Faith Hill and Jody Messina were some really big ones. Shania Twain, that I got some really cool opportunities as a kid to sing on stage with them and be
That
involved.
is.
So yeah, so like, 4 years old and on that I was like, okay, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Every career day at school, I'd like dress up, with my little microphone and the whole thing. So, yeah, I've always had the love for country music, and fast forward, it was a dream, not necessarily maybe a reality. I'm like a realist, and so I'm like, okay, well, you got to have a job and have get your schooling done, and all the things. And so, right out of high school, I was working full time in college and married with kids and all the things. And so did, the wife and the mom thing for like quite a while. And we went to Nashville for the first time a few years ago. And one of my friends, we were sitting at a bar on Broadway, and one of my friends was like, hey, I really think that you should go up and sing with them. And I was like, no, it's fine. And he's like, no, 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 we're going to get you up to go sing with them. I've never heard you sing before. So goes up and offers the guy $20. And he's like, no, I'm sorry. Like, we can't have anybody sing up here with us. He's like, all right, well, what about $20 and two whiskey shots? And the guy's like, all right, yeah, bring her up here.
Wow. That did it, huh? The whiskey shots
Ah,
too.
so funny. So
Wow.
we sang Picture by Sheryl Crow and Kid Rock, and it was
Wow.
so
Okay.
fun. The bar loved it, and so we got home, and that same friend kind of started being a little pushy to one of our neighborhood local bars called Happy Hour Saloon, and they gave me an opportunity just like a few months after that. And so it's turned into something that like I can't even like be more grateful for. It's been very, very
Wow.
cool.
What a
And yeah,
journey.
yeah, totally.
And that's so cool that your friends were there to kind of help guide you and push you to get you out there. You know what I mean? Like
It
the
totally
support.
reminds me like there's so many people that like believe in you more often so much than you believe yourself. And so that was
Very
like
true.
one of those moments for me that's
Yeah.
like, no, guys, but it's turned into like something so cool. And my friends and my family are like so persistent and just support me so much in doing this. And so that's been just a huge help in the success of what the past couple years have brought.
Oh yeah, I have to agree. And I have to say too, just the experience at your age of when you were four, being on stage with the greats was just another incredible experience to give you that passion
Totally.
to be a part of that. So that's awesome. Thanks for
Yeah.
sharing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So from this point, like, what was your first big break on really being discovered? I mean, because you said you were at a bar, right? Country bar. They put you on stage. Then from there, when did you first record your first single, or you know what I mean? Like, get the band together.
Yeah, totally. Okay. So I started acoustic gigs right off the bat, and I just
Okay.
remember being so nervous. Like I would not eat all day before a show.
Whoa, okay.
It was so bad. I know. I eat now, by the way, everybody.
Okay,
I eat.
good. I'm
Yeah.
glad.
Um, but yeah, it started out as a lot of acoustic gigs, which I still do a lot of now.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
but a few months after I started playing, I had always kind of dabbled into the songwriting. That was really my mom's thing more. And
Okay.
she's a great songwriter, but our writing styles are just like a little different, you know. And so I've always just like loved to do the cover stuff and all that. And I was like, okay, if I want to do this, like I'm gonna start like writing a little bit. And so my very first song that was released was called Little One.
Yeah.
I'm a special ed teacher, by the
Oh, you
way.
are? Oh, really?
So yes.
Wow.
So this is kind of just like it was supposed to be just my fun and like my break, and it's just turned into something
Okay.
so much more. But one of my friends and teaching partners a few years back had delivered stillborn, and so she was involved in a nonprofit organization called Forever Footprints that supports families that are grieving the loss of a child. So they were doing a walk and they needed live entertainment for it. And she had asked me if I would consider doing it. And so I did. And they also had asked me to have a song prepared for the opening ceremony. And so when when they asked me to do that, they had said, like, okay, we're going to have you during the opening ceremony, we're going to read off these 500 baby names and then have you sing a song after. And I was like, okay, that's like a lot. That's a lot of pressure. There's a lot that comes with that. And so I was kind of trying to find a song that would fit that kind of loss and grief, and I really wasn't finding one.
Yeah.
And so I wrote one, and so that was my very first song that I ever released. It was called Little One. We performed it at the walk, and people were really quickly wanting the song right away
Wow.
because it related to them so much. And so yeah, that's kind of where that one
That's
came from.
awesome.
Yeah, and then shortly after, we had a fun song that was released called Girl Time. It's about my best friend. She inspired me to write it, and it's just like about how like us moms need a little break from the world and from our kids and from our husbands and life. And so that's where my second song came in, Girl Time, and that's the one that I really wrote to like really push out, the kind of artist that I was, transitioning into.
Right. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing that story as well. And I want to say thank you for what you do for the kids in special ed. My late mother, at one point of her life, she was a teacher's aide for special ed. And she had a heart to serve kids and she had a heart for them. And so, yeah, the stories she would tell me just really moved me. So, but yeah, thank you for being that light to them. So,
I love it so much. It's like my two passions that I get to do. Like I feel so blessed.
yeah, that's awesome. Well, I do want to get to know the story behind your latest single from the start. I know it was released last month in December. Congrats on that.
Thank
So
you.
what's the story behind from the start?
Yeah, so from the start came from a place where it's like really it's it came from a place of, past like relationships and honestly like trauma, like a lot of trauma that like kind of impacts the way that you receive love and maybe that you give love. And so I've noticed, over the years, and I'm sure many people have too, to where like they build walls up. And sometimes mine feel more like bricks for somebody to get through to. And so, just hiding behind those seems a little more safer sometimes than being vulnerable in a relationship. And so, and really any relationships with family or friends or,
Yeah.
anything. And so that's kind of where the premise of the song came from was, I'm hard to love. I should have warned you from the start, trying to give everything you can to somebody or something and then finally being like, okay, my hands are up. I don't know what else to do here. And so that's kind of where that came from. I'm going through some personal stuff in my life right now, and so the when I wrote that song, it had a different meaning to me than it does now, and
Okay.
so that's just that's also then like a lot of like self reflection and growth over time, and so it's been really exciting to release this one. I wrote this one last year. Actually, the weekend we came home from Stagecoach. We went to Stagecoach.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And my house was being renovated, so it was completely empty, and the acoustics in there sounded so cool. So I'm like, okay, I'm
Wow.
gonna sit down with my guitar for a second. I've kind of had this like thing going on, and I wrote the song in about 10 minutes. And so I just came across the video the other day of like me like recording it for the first time. So I'll probably post that shortly to just show like, where it started and
Yeah. Yeah.
where it's come now. But yeah, that's kind of where that song came from. It's a pretty special one for me.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that. And I believe as it's special, as in it's probably from, well, of course, from experience, correct? For what?
Very much
Yeah.
so from
Yeah.
experience. Yeah, yeah, it's it's been a tough year, but it's good. And I'm really excited to have finally gotten this one out.
I'm glad. And I do want to ask, like, because we've all been through that. I mean, of course, I've had my own share of relationships, heartbreak. I've never been married, but there's other things too that tie into having that walls up. But I have to say, with my faith in God, my relationship with God, He carries me through that, where I
Yep,
don't run to other things to fulfill that, as
yep,
much as it hurts. But I know that God teaches me a lot of wisdom during those moments of why things didn't work out, certain things that I didn't know that He reveals. But then He also builds us up with stronger faith and builds us up as an individual,
yep.
um, for the person that is there for us. And but do you want to share anything on your experience just with your faith?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I mean, this whole thing is God's timing, right? And so I truly believe in that. I believe that God has placed certain people in my life for a reason. God has really carried me through even like my songwriting. Some of these things like are something that I would never share, never put out there, never Um, but He's given me like such an outlet too, and knowing that He's by my side and there's so many leaps of faith that I've taken over the past couple years with this. And yeah, I truly believe like God has carried me through every ounce of this journey, and
Awesome.
I'm totally here for the ride.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
And it's just to see also the fact that what He's done in your career already with country music, it's just incredible. But that He lets you know that He's always there, even through the hurt, the songwriting that, He's there to carry you through for this new year. So,
Yeah, yeah, it's cool. Right. I mean, I guess when we went to Nashville, it was like 2022, the first time we had gone. And so that's kind of, where this whole thing started. But right before that, I had started singing in the church, right before COVID.
oh, good.
Um,
Okay.
then like literally within months, COVID shut everything down and we were doing these Zoom worship sessions. And,
Wow.
that was very cool too. We also did something over that time called quarantine karaoke. It was like a
Oh,
big deal on Facebook. And so that was where actually, it's really funny. Shout out to everybody that has been on that page with me. I totally forgot about that until right now. But there has been so many people that still like have followed me like since then, not
wow.
knowing, where this would take us. And I definitely again would have never expected this now. I just counted yesterday and we did 192 shows last year,
Wow.
which is
Congratulations on that. That's
insane.
awesome.
It
Yeah.
tells me
What an accomplishment.
we have a hard time saying no to things,
Yeah.
and that, but I always believe that every single show is like an opportunity that leads to somebody else or in front of somebody else. And so that's kind of where I got some of the opportunities that I got this past year. I got to open up for Joe Nichols, and it was from somebody that happened to be at one of the
Wow.
that I play, and then same with Clay Walker this last year. So,
That's awesome. Yeah.
yeah, it's been really amazing. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you.
What's the plans for 2026? Any new album coming out, singles,
Yeah.
tour? Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully a couple more singles. I've got some in the works. We actually just did a writer's round yesterday. Nope, the day before. And so I was able to sing a couple of my unreleased ones. And so that
Oh,
was really
great.
fun to hear how people, related to it, reacted to it, all the things.
Yeah.
It's really fun. What a lot of people don't know is how much money it costs to put music out. So
Yeah, I
it's
bet.
really good to, get a good read on like what people would want to hear, even though, I have my own bias and think,
Yeah.
I wrote it. So they're all fun, But
Right.
anyways, so definitely a couple more singles, at least two.
Cool.
And then I just looked and we already have over 50 shows booked for this year. Um,
Really? 50 shows already. That's
yeah.
awesome.
So
Wow.
it's been, yeah, it's just been such a blessing. These things just keep
Yeah.
coming. Really grateful. I'll be going to Nashville in February and we'll play around there. We'll be back at the Orange County Fair. We were just asked to do 5 straight days there for this year. So that's awesome.
Wow.
We'll be in Havasu this year.
Really?
So
Okay.
yeah, we're making our way out to some other states here. And so that'll be really fun too. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Man, it's been what we're on January 8th, 7th.
Yeah.
No, we're on the 7th, and you already have 50 shows booked.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's amazing. Yeah, such a blessing. A lot of acoustic and then a lot more band stuff too. It
Yeah.
took me a minute to get comfortable with the band stuff because it's a lot. It's a lot to manage. It's a lot to yeah, put together, but my guys have been like so amazing. Such a blessing.
That's good. I'm
Yeah.
glad. And that's it. That's what's really important as well, having a good team with you, that everyone is in sync with the music and everything just flows. I mean? You guys are working as a team, playing as a group, as a team. So that's very important.
Yeah, one of my acoustic guitarists, when we started this, it was like really genuinely supposed to be just like, oh, some fun.
Yeah.
But it has turned into so much more than that. We always said like we'll just keep doing it until it's not fun anymore. Like this is not something that like, we need, but we love. And we're just
Yeah.
really like letting God take the reins on like where we're supposed to be in this. And God just keeps providing in ways that we have not anticipated at all.
That's
So,
awesome. Wow.
yeah, it's been amazing to work with some really, really great people.
That's great. I'm really happy for that. And I want to ask you, so I'm curious because you are a country music artist, but what is one I mean, there's so many, but what is one country artist that you do, I guess, look up to, or one that has inspired you?
Yeah, okay. So for me, probably Lainey Wilson is probably one of the biggest
Really?
um
Okay.
influences from which she just like started with the hustle and the grind, and I really like appreciate and admire like how much she's grown over it, but
Okay.
been super authentic to herself still. She's very herself at all times, and that's me in a nutshell, right? Like I'll
Yeah,
never be like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and act like this. Like I am me all the time.
that's good.
And so I think that's probably one of the biggest things that I admire about her the most, and being just like so humble with the amount of people that have believed in her and pushed her to where she is today. It's amazing to see her success.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to ask for the viewers to find you and probably book you for shows. I mean, how can they find you on, do you have your own website? Is it just only through social media?
Yeah, I have my own website,
Okay.
ashleyfeltmusic.com. You guys can go check it out there. There's a list of, the places that we're playing, how to get a hold of me, contact me, ashleyfeltonmusic@gmail.com is my email. You guys
Okay.
can email me. And then, of course, all the social media stuff that we all just love so much and have to have and keep up with. So, but yeah, it's been great. And so, yeah, you guys can definitely reach out to me there.
Awesome. Great. I do want to ask you before we end on this episode, uh, what's one of your favorite scripture verses from the Bible?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
You don't have to really quote all of it, but just
You know
an
what?
idea.
There's okay, hold on just a second.
That's
There's
fine.
one, my sister is so great. She lives in Oklahoma now.
Oh, she
She
does. Okay.
Yeah, she had a hat made for me out there.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
gonna sorry, forgive me because I'm gonna look this up really quick.
Yeah.
Um, but she had a hat for me made out there and shipped it to me for my 30th birthday last year.
Oh
Um,
wow. Okay.
so she had, it's really cool. It's like all engraved, really, really amazing. And so she also had my boys' like names engraved on it. And then on the
That's
inside of the
awesome.
hat, she had Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. And it's on the very inside of my hat that's like
Oh
sitting like
wow. It's inside.
it is so cool. It is like
That
my
is
favorite
cool.
thing. And so, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and let me find her on Instagram, like the person that did my hat. She she's amazing, and she's such a beautiful Christian woman that posts about her faith all the
That's
time
awesome.
and
Wow.
loves doing that. So, um,
And she makes hats?
yeah, she makes hats.
That's awesome.
She burns them, right? Like does all these
Yeah.
designs on them and stuff. So oh my gosh, I'm gonna totally blank on where it is right now. But all you
Very
know what? I'll post it on my social media shortly and a picture of the hat too, because it's like my one of my favorite things ever.
Yeah, that is very cool that she did that for you,
Yeah.
especially with the verse on there. That's awesome.
Yeah,
And
so
that's
cool.
actually a great verse too.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
And so like so meaningful and so and then just the the all of it behind it is so
Yeah.
cool.
No, it is. And one thing I've learned lately was really being patient and trusting, you know what I mean? And we get
Yep.
impatient, which we're human, where we do get impatient, but
Absolutely.
something really incredible happened yesterday for me. And I look back now the past 2 months, I'm like, well, geez, if I would have known, I mean, of course we don't know, but I could have enjoyed a lot more of the holidays because God already had it all together. And
Yep.
and that's the thing is you look back, you're like, if you know what I mean? It's just certain times you
Yeah,
just gotta just let go and let God. And
you
you'd be
have to.
surprised. Yeah,
Yeah, you have to. And that's like one of the big like self-reflection pieces, right? Is like
right.
you it's like a little reality check on like, hey, like you're not in control of anything. Like, you know,
Right. I agree. Yeah.
God has a really fun way sometimes of making sure that you are reminded that he's leading the
Yeah.
ship now. So
Yeah. So this year, guys, just enjoy every moment, be in the moment. And yes, we are human. There's gonna be times you're gonna stress and overthink, but just remember, just have faith in knowing that God already knows before you even ask what you need. And he'll come through, even if he just knows. So yeah, yesterday when it happened, I was just like, wow,
I love
it
those
is.
moments.
Yeah,
You
those moments are
humbles
definitely a good
you.
reminders.
Yeah, humbles you. Good reminders. That's
Yeah.
exactly it.
Well, guys, thank you so much for watching on this episode with Ashley Felton. And if you'd like to come on and share your story on Rhythm and Roads, I believe every story matters and every story can impact someone's life just by your testimony. Reach out to me on social media, Instagram. It's Joshua Jacob Official, or my email, Rhythm and Roads Podcast at gmail.com. Ashley, it's been such a blessing to have you on and getting to know you and your story. I'm glad already God's already opening doors this year for you. And got to say that's incredible. So
Thank you so much. Thanks, Joshua. I appreciate it so
yeah, and we look forward to hearing a lot of your new music coming out this year,
Thank
and
you.
hopefully I could go to one of your shows. I mean, I'm close by, so
Anytime. You're right over here. So
yeah.
I hope so.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching on this episode, and we will catch you on the next one.